All right, welcome back, folks, to more World Cup action. We have Franke Rotors versus DavidDAVE. Real quick, while they're doing setups, we have Franke is playing Night's Watch. Uh, we have Night's Watch, JonTron, or it's not JonTron, but it's Night's Watch, Qohor, Rose, and then we have Martel Fealty. This deck is sick by Franke. It is very similar to what Franke is playing. Let's see, Crasher, Donald Noy. It's very similar to what Cole was playing at Gen Con. And basically, you're using John or Randall, and you're creating a really big character with all these attachments, and then you have Qohor to also do it. And then I don't really understand Martel Fealty. I guess obviously you get the econ from Fealty, but it looks like a pretty heavy attrition deck. But I have never seen Martel Fealty. I'm sure it's perfectly fine. Fealty's a pretty, you know, generically good agenda. Yeah, I'll link the deck list in chat. People can follow along. All right, looks like everyone's ready. All right, so we have oh, he's gonna Craven his Steward at the Wall. That's sick. All right, so we have Craven on setup. Not really what you want to do. Steward at the Wall, Randall, and Rose. Actually, Craven on setup is fine because it gives you an attachment, so your opponent doesn't get the extra gold from Qohor. And obviously, you're gonna Qohor away the Craven. We do have Dorn on setup. 2 copies of Dorn very easily has it on setup, along with a Palace Spearman and a Rosewood. So both players with good setups here. When you're not first player, Palace Spearman has a intrigue icon. Oh, this guy's sick. When you're second, he's a Tricon, 4 strength for 4. Jeez. We see at the gates with into Riddle. We get a River Gate, and I think we're gonna get Gates of the Moon from Franke. Hey, what's up, Rebs? Pretty excited for this matchup. Oh, okay, he doesn't get Gates of the Moon. He gets a King's Road. Interesting. Does he have Gates of the Moon? Maybe he just doesn't want to give his opponent the gold. He does indeed have. Oh, he might have it in his hand, which would be unfortunate. All right, so Marshall's underground vault, which is nice. You can vault up here. We see Ranging Party get marshaled. And I believe... Oh, he still has 5 gold. I need to have Franke's list up because I just need to know what attachments he can be getting. We see Season Woodsman. Marshall's Craven on the Season Woodsman. Franke is changing the meta by cravening all of his own characters. Really strong. We see Field Thief to play Green Blood Trader. Franke holds 3 gold. What can he do with 3 gold? Oh, Bound for the Wall. Duh. Of course, this being an Ice Watch deck, he has Bound for the Wall. This list has 3 copies of Catapult on the wall. Holy crap. I am expecting some people to get catapulted for sure. Oh, yeah, for sure. Not surprised at all that he's doing it because putting on Season Woodsman, for instance, draws you a card. You just cycle it. Oh wait, he just put it on Season Woodsman to gain a gold. Interesting. This is the dominance Nymea? Yeah. So after you lose dominance, your opponent discards a card at random, and you draw a card. So she's really, really annoying, and if you trigger her multiple times, it's really hard for your opponent to defeat that kind of card advantage. She could get catapulted though, so it needs to worry about. Or I guess it's there's no 3-cost weapon in play, so we see strength 10 challenge coming in on military. So I imagine one of these Cravens will turn into a way to stand Randall. We see no defense from David. We're gonna see a Dorn trigger and then potentially his Viper's Eyes. There's the Bound for the Wall. Oh, someone always tells. So we do have a cancel. That's really strong. So 2-cost event, cancel for 2-cost event. And we have the Viper's Eyes. Question for chat: if you find Viper's Eyes off of Dorn, can you then play Viper's Eyes? Discards Isle of Ravens. Really, really big hit there from the Viper's Eyes. That's a really insane interaction. Then being able to use Dorn to find Viper's Eyes to then play it, like that's a really, really sick interaction. So to catch people up, if Franke wins this match, Netherlands will win their round. They'll get to 5 wins. However, so it's up to DavidDAVE to win this match to give his team a chance in the final rubber match. So Europe. So this is Franke's only copy of Isle of Ravens, and Isle of Ravens in Qohor decks is really, really powerful, being able to recycle the same attachments. So really big hit there. Kills the Green Blood Trader. All right, what is this Craven gonna go fetch? Is the real question. So he gets Oathkeeper. Oh, interesting. Okay, because the attachment is just a plus strength buff, it counts as it's just strength increase. Okay, that's a cool interaction. Oh, Oathkeeper is sick, right? So you can use Oathkeeper to then find Jon Snow. So we're gonna get another Dorn trigger here. We could then sacrifice the Craven on the Steward of the Wall to get the last Craven for the guard. Because you really don't want to win Dom here. Your opponent your opponent being able to draw a card and make you discard a card just for you winning Dom is not worth it. So you could Craven their guy to make them win Dom. I don't know if that's right, but I personally don't don't want to get 2 for 1 or get a 2-card swing every single turn. So Steward of the Wall bites the dust. And then Franke wins Dom. Oh, but this got milked. Perfect. Okay, that makes sense. You don't need a Craven if you get milk. Oh, you have to get a different attachment. That's true. Thanks for reminding me, Sugar Daddy. I forgot that Qohor, you have to specifically get a different attachment. What plots are we going to see this turn? So Franke's down a lot of cards, but has a really good board. It's just really hard to keep up with Dorn. Oh yeah, I forgot. Franke's restricted card is Forced March, which is interesting that he takes Forced March as his restricted card, but is only playing one copy of Forced March. So I don't know if that's like efficient, but we see Nymeria get knelt. Neil's Underground Vault to gain some gold. We see Sworn to the Watch get played on Seasoned Woodsman. Pretty nice combo there. You can draw a card. Seasoned Woodsman is the original Valyrian Steel. We see Miner's Pick onto Seasoned Woodsman. Draws a card. He's basically cycling these attachments because they're going to go back to his hand. And we see Donald Noy come down. So Donald Noy is really strong with Catapult on the wall. So Franke keeps one gold in reserve for potentially He Calls It Thinking or another use. Marshall's medium Ariane. And uses fealty to play a Rivergate. First snow bounces Seasoned Woodsman back to hand with all the attachments, so that can just be played next turn. We'll probably see a military challenge come down with Randall. Oh, the timer did get started. Okay, cool. What's going on here? This is a little bit slow here. Like, I understand there's a time limit, but you need to make some decisions in your games here. So, not really sure what's happening. Like, if this was in paper play, I would just ask my opponent, I need you to make a play right now. Because this decision point has taken him 2 minutes now? Alright, good. It was a 3-minute decision. Alright, so we see Ariane puts in AGoT. AGoT removes Randall from the challenge. See a power challenge come through from the ranging party. So Donald puts in catapult from the wall, and he can use catapult from the wall to get seal of the hand, I believe, if he wants to do this. What are the 3 cost attachments are there? It's just seal of the hand, I believe, is the other 3 cost. Because Lord Commander only works on Night's Watch characters, so you can't put on a Randall. So just see Dorn chugging along. What attachment are we gonna get with catapult from the wall? Otherwise, you just put the catapult into play after your opponent attacks you to kill their guy, right? And we see trading the Qohor sacrifices Oathkeeper to get Crown of Golden Roses. Okay. Discards Miner's Pick to stand Randall. But he's already done his power and his military challenge. But I guess we can block here. I'm still unsure why Franke just put the catapult in the wall into play already when he could have gotten like a surprise. Am I missing something on this ability? No, it's just you can just do it whenever. And DavidDAVE just doesn't attack and wins dominance. 11 versus 10. So Franke also maybe didn't need to stand his character immediately if he wasn't going to win Dom. It's like very minor things, but they're just like minor edges he didn't need to do because like he was still below reserve. We see King Plot and Marched. So we'll probably see. Okay, so Ranging Party gets marched because you don't want to lose the catapult. So we see Season Woodsman come back down. We see Sworn to the Watch to draw a card. Season Woodsman being a really good engine here. King Plot's super good here. Dupes Illinois. So we see a begging brother. Nothing really going on here. We did see the red wine, which is another way for Franke to get a lot of power going. This King Plot turn is going to be really important by 5 or more strength. Yeah, he really is going to need to put the gas on. We see power coming down with Randall. Probably we'll see what attachment would be useful here. Can't get Lord Commander would be really good, but can't get it. Nice watch character only. Maybe a bodyguard? Oh, could get Seal of the Hand? Okay, so we see defensive 5 coming down. Really doesn't want this red wine to trigger. He might want to keep his catapult though, Delibird. Like, he put it into play and then just hasn't used it. Breaking Brother can't stop one of Randy's triggers? Oh, he does have two, you're right. King Plot's in play, you can't use Begging Brother. But you're right, you're right indeed, he does have two catapults. So, I think you might get Seal of the Hand anyway, just so he doesn't have to discard a card. We'll probably see Political Disaster next turn, out of Night's Watch. And there's the Seal of the Hand, indeed. And here comes the Military Challenge. We'll see a card discarded here to go up to 7 to win the challenge. And Stan Randall to win Dom. I guess if his hand is all good cards, we won't know. Discards Gren. Kills the Reducer for a claim. Is there anything that you can Qohor here? You could Qohor for Longclaw. Well, I guess you have to sacrifice one of your catapult. You don't want to do that. Because if you got Longclaw and put it on Donalnoy, Donalnoy would then threaten like you'd have to block for sure, because then the red wine would trigger, and you get a power on Donalnoy. Well, it's probably not worth losing your catapult. I think Franke flips Political Disaster here, keeping the red wine and the Underground Vault. Really trying to close the game here before he gets buried by Dorn. Yep, there's Political Disaster, and we see another Marched. Probably going to lose the season Woodsman. Sorry, I haven't been keeping up with chat. I tabbed out of my chat for a sec. So, oh, he does get rid of the red wine. Interesting. He's basically thinking that he can't trigger the red wine, so he just doesn't want it. Let's see. Does Dave have any outs other than one Gaston and one Archibald? Real tricky to pull this back unless he can force quick militaries. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, both players are on VD. Yeah, that PD was really brutal. Loses double River Gate Rose Road. Oh, that's funny. So the underground vault only gains him 1 gold because his opponent lost the golds from his locations. Yeah, agree, Delibird. I didn't even think about that. Marshall's Craven onto Ario, and Marshall Sworn to the Watch onto Randall. Oh, there's the Gaston! We saw another fiefdom, Water Gardens, and Gas. Jesus. How is Franke supposed to win now? He can't send Randall into challenges anymore. Let me check. Yeah, Franke does not have a copy of Seized by the Guard. That is tough. Because if he could get seized, he'd be able to seize Gaston and then not be in trouble as much. Yeah, basically you gotta stall, not make any challenges, win only on defense, basically. Basically, you just gotta cycle through your plots. Cycle through your plots, win dom, things like that. Yep, Franke passes all his challenges, literally can't attack because Gaston. Gaston Gray. I think Franke would have won this turn also if that had not happened. Because you use your catapult to find Lord Commander and put Lord Commander onto Randall. We see an entry challenge come through. You don't necessarily have to defend this, because if you double defend, you lose Dom. I guess you should double defend. I don't know. Dorn triggers then? Yeah, he just double defends. We see Ariane puts in Begging Brother with another gold on him. So looks like Martel will win Dom. Definitely feels like we're just cycling plots looking for anything else. Definitely looking for another threat if you're Franke. So maybe we'll see one of the VDs here. Probably maybe Franke just plays off VD, so he doesn't have to deal with it. So we see DavidDAVE flips win or die, and we see Pentoshi. Really awkward to flip Pentoshi into win or die. Yeah, correct. The rounds are really designed not to go to time, which has positives and negatives that I've already really discussed with everyone. This situations like this will be alleviated more by chess clocks, where I don't even have to tell Franke to speed up, like when he made that 3 minute decision, because it'll just come off as chess clock time. We see another underground vault, but the pace of play is definitely improved now that everyone's got the game going. Also, there's not really much going on. Okay, so we did find Jon Snow. This is big. He basically can force the Gaston, force Gaston. So basically, what Frankie can do is he can get Lord Commander onto Randall, and then start racking up power that way. Okay, Marshall's a catapult, so this way he can sacrifice the catapult to Qohor to get Lord Commander. We see Summer Sea support get marshaled via Water Gardens. Well, there's literally a whole nother timer after this. We just see everything starting to get played out here. What does House Manwoody Guard do? Oh, each guard does not kneel as a defender. Okay. You can do a military challenge with John. No, that's not enough. You have to send John and Donald Noy, and you stealth one of the guards, like stealth this Tricon guard. That gives you 10, right? Yeah. You can also pass your challenges too, if you don't want to do it. So Shadow Slave Master removes Begging Brothers icons. All right, let's watch. We do see a power challenge come through with John. So he'd have to defend with both his Begging Brothers. Oh no, Begging Brother and Ariane. I see. Okay. Well, if he VD, if he like VD is bad for Dave here, right? Dave has a bigger board. We see he calls a thinking used. I don't know what's happening right now. He calls a thinking to cancel catapult, but then Franke just pays 1. Catapult kills Houseman Woody Guard. Oh, this thing can be used on. Oh, okay. Never mind. Never mind. Doesn't defend. I see. This is Dave's challenge. He used to keep 2 cards in hand. Actually, lucky because he has 2 reserved from Dorn plus the port. So pretty. So he's basically discarding 1 card. It's not a big deal. I think Franke's gonna win Dom this turn though. So that's another power, putting up back up to 10. Yep. So Franke's back up to 10 power. So both players have a VD left, and then we have Return to the Fields for Martel, and we have Barring is the other plot, I think. So you want to make sure that you don't line up your VD into their return, I guess. You win or you are mildly inconvenienced. I love it. So we flip Barring into VD, and now he lines up his return versus VD. So you keep Randall and Donalnoy probably, and then David keeps the Begging Brothers and the Guard, or sorry, the Pal Spearman probably. Oh, chooses the Begging Brother instead of Donalnoy. Okay. Oh, 3-finger Hob. Hob's a great draw here. Marshall's Catapult in the wall. And then we're gonna see Houseman Bodyguard come back down, or another one, I guess. House Dane Escort. See, all these characters can't really get through Randall, so Randall plus Catapult. So I wonder. I think the game is gonna go to a point where he's gonna flip King Plot again and go for a win. I mean, PD also is gonna be huge again. So Franke just needs to reset his plot deck more than anything. So we see no challenges, and Dave takes dominance. We're gonna see Hob draw some cards, though. I think Franke's in a really good spot here. So uses Begging Brother to cancel Three Finger Hob. And then we're gonna see Return into VD here. So you're gonna keep Hob plus Randall. Return is gonna return. Yep, these. Interesting that he doesn't return the House Dane Escort, because you could rebuy the House Dane Escort. All right, plots have been reset here. This is really important. So there's two really important plots that Franke has. Franke has King plot and PD again. Like PD killing four locations is gonna be huge. Like if you're David, you only have one copy of Gaston, so you can't kill it. You have to basically, and if you keep Dorn plus Gaston, you have no economy. Oh, sure, sure. You think because Franke's reset got pinned? That's fair. Maybe in if that was the case, he was supposed to flip VD. He was supposed to flip VD instead of barring that turn to have his VD again. I see. Yeah, that's fair, Jarvie Joe. We see the King's Road. Grab some gold here. I think in general this game has definitely been been played at a methodical pace, Rebs, by both players. We see Dragonglass Dagger get played onto Randall. Definitely feels like the game has been going at a methodical pace, to say the least. We see Craster. Catapult of the Wall comes back down, and really just waiting to use Hob to draw some more cards and kind of get a board back going. Yeah, I mean, the difference between playing a long game and then also taking a long time to play are two different things. I definitely think the pace of play has been on the slower side, is what I'll say. Oh, okay, what does this guy do? Sir Archibald or Onwood? Huh. Well, in that case, don't really want to win Dom. See, a military challenge of 15. These decision points are incredibly, like, they're hard, don't get me wrong, but that also doesn't give you the opportunity to take, 3-4 minutes each decision. Like, oh, this is why I need chess clocks. It's not too much time. It's not that I've given them too much time, it's that they're taking too much time. Like, that's the issue. Like, people can talk about how long the rounds are all they want, but the fact that people are taking this long to play is a different story. Uses catapult at the wall. I wonder if he's just gonna kill Hob here. And then you can bring Hob back with Crasher. Yeah, I think that's what's gonna happen. In parallel to this one, I'm not 100% sure. No, I agree, Alex. I'm not saying anything. That's why I stopped saying anything to these guys. In terms of making a play, like, it is what it is, right? I'm letting them finish the match how it is. It's just not, yeah, like you said, it's not a great viewer experience. But like I said, once chess clocks come, like, all of this gets alleviated. It's just like a great solution. So Archibald or Onwood kills Randall, but then Randall gets bodyguarded. All right, so this is the turn. Is he gonna flip king pot? Yep, there's king pot, and we see marched. So gonna march Craster, and then we're gonna try and win this turn. So we see Yorin. Yorin to take Wildling Horde. Spare Boot. Jesus. Yeah, with Lord Commander, this should be game here. Like, you can sacrifice Seal of the Hand to get Lord Commander. And that's going to be it. Franke giving us a nice apology for being slow. Appreciate it. And that's it. So with that win, Netherlands does win the round. So Netherlands wins the round. And next game today is going to be Hano versus Richard Levelane. And I will be bringing that game, I believe, in half an hour. I'm just going to quickly check when Hano replied his game was. Yeah, Hano's game is in 30 minutes, and then I have Derek Shoemaker right after that. So I'm going to try and get both those games. So I'll be back in 30 minutes. I'm going to get some food.